Bobby, are we on? It's 11:57. We're back from executive session. All right, we got a lot of things to tag up on here. All right.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion to put Ms. Dawn Cobb on the CPS board.
Okay, hang on just a sec. Let me get my paperwork here. Just a sec.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Well, there's no action on 13A. Just a second.
Nope, you're fine.
Commissioner. Let's go to 13C. 13C is approval. 13C is approval of the appointment, approval of the board appointment for the North Texas Tollway Authority Board of Directors as Denton County representatives in any appropriate action. And would you like to make the motion,
Yeah,
Ron?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve John Mahalik and Pete Camp.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion to reappoint John Mahalik and Pete Camp as members to our representatives of the NTTA board from Commissioner Marchant, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? We appreciate their great service to the county and to the NTTA. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 13D, there'll be no action on 13D, Ashley. Thank you. Let's go to 15A. There'll be no action on 15A.
Just did 15B.
Let's go to 15C. There is no action on 15C. And let's go to 16A, discussion regarding the governance of the Denton County Emergency Services District Number 1 and any appropriate action. I do have a revised court order, but before we do, I'm going to read a resolution, this is a resolution regarding the Emergency Services District Number 1 and the Argyle Volunteer Fire District, Inc. The Denton County Commissioners Court, Denton County, Texas, during a regular session on the 6th day of December 2022, considered the following resolution. Whereas Denton County is organized under the Constitution of the state of Texas and may provide various services to its residents, including emergency services. And whereas the Emergency Services District Number 1 was created with voter approval in 2006 and is a political subdivision of the state of Texas dedicated to providing fire protection, fire prevention, education, and emergency medical services in the communities of Argyle, Bartonville, Copper Canyon, Corral City, North Lake, and unincorporated Denton County. And whereas the Emergency Services District Number 1 is governed by a board of 5 members and is primarily funded by ad valorem taxes, and whereas fire service to Denton County and other municipalities is paramount to public safety and property protection, and whereas the Emergency Services District Number 1 has contracted for services with the Argyle Volunteer District Fire District Incorporated since its creation, and whereas the Argyle Volunteer Fire District Incorporated has remained a distinct legal entity within the broader system of Denton County Emergency Services District Number 1 in order to preserve various pre-existing financial arrangements, including maintenance of employee retirement accounts. And whereas on November the 17th, 2022, the Argyle Volunteer Fire District Incorporated Fire Chief was named in a federal indictment returned by a federal grand jury for multiple federal violations related to misuse and theft of funds from the Argyle Volunteer Fire District Incorporated operating and pension funds. And whereas Denton County requires transparency regarding the expenditure of public funds to be sure they are spent in accordance with all legal requirements. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Denton County Commissioners Court, Denton County, Texas, does hereby request swift and decisive action be taken by both boards, the Emergency Services District Number 1 and the Argyle Volunteer Fire District, Inc., to complete the acquisition and transfer of employees of the Argyle Volunteer Fire District, Inc. to the governmental entity of the Emergency Services District Number 1 to allow employees to benefit from a public retirement system, as the Argyle Volunteer Fire District, Inc. has already transferred fire stations and fire equipment to the Emergency Services District Number 1, and to complete a forensic audit on the operations and finances of both entities. And finally, that the Argyle Volunteer Fire District, Inc. hereby dissolve as soon as feasibly possible and that its emergency services responsibilities be absorbed by the Denton County Emergency Services District Number 1. Done in open court this the 6th day of December, 2022, upon a motion by the chair, seconded by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All right, I think that is pretty self-explanatory. That is our resolution, and I'm going to have this is our new court order. We'll go ahead and vote on the resolution, and I'll come back and do this court order. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Our court order today is the approval of a resolution regarding swift and decisive action to be taken by the Emergency Services District Number 1 in the Argyle Fire District to complete a forensic audit on the operations and finances of both entities and propose the Argyle Fire District, Inc. be dissolved as soon as feasibly possible and its emergency service responsibilities be absorbed by the Denton County Emergency Services District 1. That is our court order, and a chair move for approval, seconded by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, so that is 16B. Now, Commissioner, we got 16C. This is regarding personnel matters regarding the CPS board. And Commissioner Williams, I do believe you have a motion.
Yeah, I have a motion to assign Don Cobb to the CPS board for under one of my appointments, Precinct 1, starting as December 6, 2022 through June 30th of 23 at this point in time.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Williams, a second by Commissioner Marchant. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Did we get everything, Ashley? All right, hearing no action before the court, we are adjourned. Thank you.